Oh, it says I'm still going like, there we go. So anybody on YouTube, welcome. And everybody that's on Facebook, welcome. So I invited a bunch of people and we're going to have fun again with this show. And of course, I'm here just cooking as I always do, having a lot of fun. We're going to enjoy it. So we're going to give it about, I don't know, 4 more minutes for other people to join. I have my cooking partner, Apollo's right here with me. And well, the other one's in there because I haven't dropped any scraps on the floor. So let's say hi. Hey, Pete, Eileen, Jim, my brother David. Hey, bro. Jeremy, hi. Joe. Hey, Joe Z, you don't play Battle Pirates no more. What happened to you, my man? Hi, Tom. Now, a lot of times, hi, Lee. A lot of times the problem I have is I don't see everybody that says hi, that says join, and I don't see it all the time. It's not my fault. It's Facebook's fault. Hey, Andy, what's up, buddy? Man, long time since shutdowns. You know, I ain't allowed to do them no more. I busted my foot and still haven't been cleared from the doctor 3.5 years later. So, anyhow, we're going to do live today. We're having rockin' chicken stir fry. So I always give it about 5 minutes for everybody to kind of sign in that wants to sign in. And if anybody on YouTube is signed in and watching, and welcome also to this, because I like to have a lot of fun with these things. Hey, Jim, hey, how's the DJ thing going? I remember you. You DJing Cassidy's weddings next week, I think it is. Saturday. You DJing that one too? Because I'm going to be there, of course. They're like my nieces. So it's been unbelievable. If everybody watching this, would you hit the like button and share it if you want, but at least hit the like button, even if you don't like it. I don't mind. There's my bro Doug. Me and Doug been best friends for 20 plus years. Oh my Lord. So anyhow, man, I'll tell you, my day's been crazy. I'm gonna let oh good. Then I'm gonna see you there, Jim. And we're actually going to be able to stay at the wedding this time. So that's going to be awesome. So I usually wait about 5 minutes from the beginning, give people a chance to sign, log on, watch, because we get some stragglers sometimes come even halfway in the show. But as usual, we're going to have some fun, as I always try to do. And my partner, of course, is down here. He never leaves my side pretty much. So, but give it a couple more minutes, see who else shows up. Like I said, if I don't see your name, I'm not being rude. I like to think, I'm going to tell you, my first live show had like 7 or 8 people. And probably afterwards, I think it was 40, 45 people. Well, I may even break the 300 mark. I'm now getting probably 40, 50 people watching it at least. And I appreciate it all that everybody's watching. I mean, I don't get nothing. I do this for free because I think it's fun. And I'm old, kind of retired and things like that. Hi, Lee, another Lee. Ryan, what's up, buddy? So all y'all watching, hit the like button. I love to see the little bubbles float up. That's really kind of cool. You can hit the like button. You can hit the funny button. Hit some button. As I said, if I don't see you on here, hi. I'm glad you're watching. Tina watched last week, and I didn't know she was on. And then I caught comments later. So anyhow, I like starting shows with some kind of entertainment music. Here I am wearing my music. I mean, he like old people don't wear the hats backwards. Well, I'm going to try this little song I made up. I'm not so sure how it's going to go because I'm honestly not noted for my singing too much. But we're going to give it a shot anyhow. Taste the Terry, rockin' stir fry. Let's give it a go. We are gonna make it. Yes, we are gonna make it. We are making stir fry on the show. Rock it out, baby. We've got the right to choose it. There ain't no way we're losing it. show you all belong. Oh, we are gonna make it. Yes, we are gonna make it. Oh, we are made to stir fry on the show. Some shows are condescending. This show is never ending. I just like cooking for you. My show's not trite or jaded, boring or complicated. I'll do my best to cook for you. Oh, yeah, okay. So those who just tuned in, Taste for Terry, we're doing chicken stir fry. We'll fight, you'll see. I love that song. So everybody who's watching, hey Karen, your wedding's coming up, and Jim, your DJ's on too. Hey Paul, hey Joanne, just want to say hi to other people. Like I said, if I don't see you, it's not because I'm being rude or I'm trying to ignore you. It's just that I don't see it on here. We're simulcasting with YouTube today. Big branching out for me. So as you heard, we're playing chicken stir fry. As you heard me sing, hopefully you're still watching. Hi, Jason. So actually, Cassie's getting married, not Karen. Wrong person. So for all those who really do actually want to see my song again, you can watch the replay. I leave these up. So let's get started. I call it Rockin' Chicken Stir Fry. What we're going to do is we're going to have some chicken, which we have, chicken breast. We are going to have soy sauce. We got some brown sugar. I got olive oil. Okay, I got it. This is ridiculous. Anyhow, I got olive oil. Ooh, swanky. I figure maybe I'll get Popeye to watch. Who knows? But we're going to have some ground ginger. We got some garlic powder, of course. We got some brown sugar. You're like, what? Brown sugar? Yep, brown sugar. We got some peppers. We sliced them up like little French fries. We got broccoli. I only use the little crowns. I don't like the stalks. Lynn loves them. She eats them. We got some carrots. We got some onions, and we got some water chestnuts. There will be no nut jokes. Anyhow, cornstarch, something else we need. So what we're first going to do is we're going to do the stuff for the chicken, because what I like to do is let it soak a little bit. Now, the main thing you do is when you make this, you're going to want to probably put it in the fridge, let it soak for about, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. Cut up to a half hour. It'd be nice for the flavor. So we're going to start with some soy sauce. Hi, Kelly. Eddie Catlin. How's it going, buddy? Eddie Catlin is my brother's best friend. Known him since he was a kid. Loved his mom and dad. What a great family. Anyhow, we're going to put a cup of soy sauce. Ooh, look at that. Oh, boy. Keep going. Yeah, you'll make it. Ha, we made it. Cup of soy sauce. Hey, I bought more just in case. Then we'll be prepared. So we put that in the bowl first. Okay, set that aside, cap it off. Then we need a third of a cup of brown sugar. When I was a kid, I think I told a lot of people this before. Hi, Kelly. Did I say hi to Kelly? Well, hi again. You need a third of a cup of brown sugar. When I was a kid, we lived in this like damp house, and my mom we used to get the brown sugar out, and it used to be cubed like I needed sugar. And I'd eat it like candy, okay? I'll pack the sugar down. You know how every time you use brown sugar, you ever notice you got to smoosh it? But so she gave me these sugar cubes, and well, I didn't bounce off the walls enough. I bounced off the walls some more. Okay, once that, you put that in also with it. Boom. Oh, we got some on the table. Yeah. Okay, next, where is it? Garlic powder. We have some ginger, and we're going to need the cornstarch. It's pretty easy. Garlic powder is a tablespoon. I left the damn cat thing on it. Hi, April. That's my daughter. Tablespoon of garlic powder. As people probably know, I use a lot of garlic powder and stuff. Well, at least I won't get worms. So, I know it's a cooking show. Shouldn't talk about those things. We're going to put, my eye is bleared out a little bit. See anybody new? Okay, like I said, if I don't see you on there, I'm not ignoring you. I'm not. Okay, we're gonna put a tablespoon of ground ginger, which is kind of chunky, but not really ground, but tablespoon of ground ginger. And it's kind of weird because I don't have a half tablespoon, so I'm actually gonna get one this week. Cornstarch. We need a tablespoon and a half of cornstarch. This is what we're gonna do with this sauce, okay? So we take a tablespoon, dump it in there. I lost some. So we're gonna be a little over a half. Boom. And we add that in there. As you can see, I'm about as proper as, well, not at all. So we're gonna mix all this together first. And we're gonna heat this up. That is heating good. Now, I got the olive oil already heating up. Now, as far as rice, I use that 5-minute rice that's in there. Now, I could show you how to cook it, but it's pretty well easy and self-explanatory on the box. So, hi, Paul. Hi, Vicky. So, for those who just joining us, we're making rockin' chicken stir fry. I had my hat on backwards. I do not anymore. Okay, mix this all up. There we go. Now what we're going to do to this, we're going to add our chicken to it. It's about, this is about 2 chicken breasts. So we're going to put all that in there. I'm going to add it to it. There, we'll just put it all in. And then we're going to mix this in with it too. So I'll just dump it in. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to wipe my hands off because you're not supposed to have chicken mixed with other stuff. And people tell me about it. So anyhow, I'm mixing the chicken in with the sauce, and then we're going to let this set this aside, okay? And like I said, cover it up if you want. And see, it's going to start thickening because of the cornstarch, okay? Cover it up if you want for 15, 20 minutes, half hour. It'll absorb a little bit more of the flavors in it, but you want it all coated and they're pretty nice. Okay, once that's done, we set it aside. And we're going to do the vegetables, okay? I got about a good sized head of broccoli. Hi, Jim, how are you? Like I said, if I don't say hi to you, I'm not being rude. I just don't see it, okay? Vegetables are pretty easy. I got a decent sized head of broccoli, and I just used the crones. I got just 1 pepper, and I cut it like French fries. Got some carrots over here. Got some water chestnuts, 8 ounces. After it's drained, it's 5. And I'm going to show you a little bit on my cutting, how I cut it. Okay, I slice off a good piece of onion. And it's like 1 onion, about medium. Then I slice it in quarters, okay? That's just to give you an idea how I'm slicing it. I'm going to just separate it in here. And put it on there. Now this will cover good if you get rice, you know. When I do a rice, I just read the box. But you're looking at a 4-person meal there. I do 4 for 4 people. You ever notice when you cook something like that, you say, it's supposed to feed 4 people. And when you get done with it, look at it, you go, you're kidding. Because it don't look like you're gonna feed no 4 people to me. Okay, the olive oil is in the pan and has been heated up. Look at that. Ooh, I'm all spiffy now. I use olive oil. Okay, so for the vegetables, I got the carrots, I got the water chestnuts, I got all that. You're just going to put it in and start cooking it. Just put it all in. But I got little bowls like on TV, ain't I good? I'm going to throw the carrots in there. We're going to throw the water chestnuts in there. Okay, everything is in there now. Now, let's mix these up a little bit and let them cook in here. Okay. We'll try to get these done as quick as possible, you know, because I try to keep it within a half hour, and it should only take about that. You know, if you want to, by the way, if you want to use the longer rice, go right ahead, I don't care. But for now, I don't use the longer rice, okay? As far as how much oil in there, olive oil, I usually put about enough to cover the whole bottom of the pan. So 3 tablespoons. Hey, onions. And 3/4 of pans. Now, we got to let that cook. Okay. Just take a few minutes, mingle amongst yourselves. I only cook the vegetables until they're tender. Okay, now it's a weird thing. You don't see a lot of carrots in there. Usually put maybe about a couple carrots in there. Well, I don't have a lot of carrots in there. You know why? Because I don't like cooked carrots that much. I know, call me weird. But you know the funny thing is, hi, hey Mary, how are you? John, how's it going? Did you recover from the other night? Mary, she just got married last year to Jacob, a real nice dude. Okay, the other thing we need for this stir fry is M&Ms. Okay, everybody's like, "What? You're gonna? Oh my, M&Ms? Well, we got to cook the stir fry." Okay. Hi, Stacy. How you feeling? Hey, Wendy, are you up in New York again? Okay, now M&Ms for the stir fry, and everybody's like, "What on earth? Why would you need M&Ms?" Well, I need M&Ms because I like M&Ms. And that's about it. So, vegetables are cooking. We mix this all up for the meat. They smell good. And for those who missed it, we were just going to tenderize the vegetables. We're not like really cooking them. We want them to be tender though. What a pile of vegetables. You're thinking, who's going to eat all that? Oh, come on. No, I'll be sharing it with my lovely fiance, who is also watching. And as always, when I have a show, love you, babe. And all, but so we got everything cooking now. Anybody have any questions? Please ask. This is the part that takes a little while because I got to let it cook. The rice is, like I said, made. I can smell the soy sauce and everything mixing in here. Now, normally, like I said, you're going to want to try to mix it in the fridge. Well, I don't have a fridge handy. So, or you just let it sit in the fridge, but I don't have a fridge handy. Now, this comes into play later on because what we're going to do is we're going to have to cook the chicken next. We're going to wait for the vegetables to get done. Then we're going to cook the chicken next. So, hi, Mary. Another Mary. Mary Sala now. It used to be Mary Atkinson. I have known Mary Atkinson since she was like this big. So, hey, there's my nephew, Chet. Hey, that's two of my nephews. Now, as usual, of course, I have a piece of bologna here. And I have a couple of these treats here. Obviously, it's for my co-chefs. I'm not a chef. Okay, just so you know. I'm not a chef. So we got our vegetables cooking. We got this simmering. Now, everything I try to cook, I try to have it done from start to finish within about a half hour, maybe 45 minutes. So seeing I started about 10 after, it's 10:02. We're right on schedule. Okay. My nephew, Chet, I think, you're a chef of some kind. I can't remember what actual kind of chef, pastry chef or just a general chef, but I know you're a chef. So I'm lucky enough I have a good family. So, and it's a good thing my baby sister ain't watching because she'd be probably going, "Oh, we are the good ones." Well, she's right. When they were kids. But okay, now I said the rice is cooked. It is in the pan and it is cooked. And his minute rice takes 5 minutes to cook. Okay, I gotta ask. What in the world made them call it minute rice if it takes 5 minutes to make it? I think it's false advertising. It said minute rice on the box. So anyhow, okay. There, I picked up some of my mess. That'll make my fiance happy. I'll clean up some of my bench. Okay, this is sitting here now. Got another bowl over here. This will be for the vegetables when they're done. Make sure there's no dirt in it or nothing. Good. Okay, when the vegetables done, I'm gonna stick them in here, and then we're going to cook the chicken. The chicken, as long as everything keeps warm. This burner is terrible. It really is. I got it for this, but it doesn't really cook quick. I have a gas stove that does immensely better. But if I use that, you won't be able to see what I'm doing. But oh, look at the steam! Now you can the vegetables. You look at the broccoli and all. The vegetables are starting to get a little tender. As you can see by the way, you know what? I'll use these tongs. You can see by the way the broccoli is kind of getting darker on the edges. Okay, it's darker than it was. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see it. So that's how you can tell the broccoli is actually getting tender. Peppers are getting tender. Everything looks wet, and that's a good thing. So I'm gonna stir them a couple more times. We'll give them should only be about another 5 or 10 minutes, as long as the burner works. Not even. We'll give it another about 5 minutes. It should be ready for that, and then we'll stick the chicken in there. I'll add a little bit more oil. This is one of those that you got to stop and you got to do a couple things, but the end product is also. So I'm gonna recap. The oil in it is actually olive oil. Hopefully Popeye's watching. Brown sugar. Okay, we used 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar. We used a cup of soy sauce. We used a tablespoon of ground ginger. And we used a tablespoon of garlic powder. Like I forgot it. We used a tablespoon and a half of cornstarch. You couldn't see that. Now you can see it. As you can see, I use the inexpensive stuff. You put that and mix all those ingredients together in a bowl. Okay, once they're mixed together, you add the chicken to it. It's chicken breast. It's I have 2 chicken breasts. They're boneless, skinless chicken breasts. 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts. And as you see, we mix it all up. And anybody that's just tuning in, if you can, because this should sit about 15 minutes before we'll get to it. Let it sit. You can refrigerate it. Let it sit for, sugar's getting all in my arm. Let it sit for about 15 or 20 minutes. Sometimes you can let it sit longer, even half hour, 40 minutes. But the flavor will just like soak right into it. It'd be awesome. So let's see how we're doing. And then the vegetables, I coat the pan. Here comes the other dog. She's like, is he eating? Okay, we're gonna coat the pan with I just put, a tablespoon. They say how much. I always just put enough in the bottom so it covers the entire bottom of the pan. If you don't want to use olive oil, use just regular oil. I used olive oil because it sounds good. Now, wait a minute. There comes my little girl. Come here, Bella. You want a cookie? Come up here and get it. Look, there's little Bella. Anybody can see her. And this, up here. This is my Bobby Apollo. They are my executive chefs. She's the sous chef. He's the assistant chef. Okay, they're dogs. So anyhow, okay. Now, vegetables are looking really nice and tender now. I'm going to move these. It takes about 10 or 15 minutes to cook the vegetables up. As you can see, they look pretty good. You want them tender. I like to have the carrots still a little chunky, make crunchy. I don't like making them like mushy. Okay. If you want yours a little more cooked, well, that's fine. You can have them a little more cooked. Okay, so with that, we're going to take the vegetables out of the pan. Oh, look at that. Yum, yum. Mixed vegetables. And my dogs are barking. So once I get the vegetables out of the pan, we're going to put the meat in. Maybe I should get a bigger spoon. I bet you I can dump them in. See if I'm clumsy or not, huh? There we go. I'll just dump them in. Okay, once the vegetables are out of the pan, like I said, you want to let the meat sit. I put this for 7:45 or 7:15, just in case. We're gonna add a little bit more oil to the bottom of the pan. Oh, olive oil! Look at that. I cover the whole bottom. I like using a lot of that oil. As you can see, the vegetables are nice and steamy. The oil is in the pan. The burner is actually burning. Oh, that went off again. I hate that thing. I wish I could put my gas stove right in this room, but I can't. So we're going to switch spots. We're going to put the vegetables over here because I know if I put them anywhere near the floor, my dogs are going to eat them. Okay, so now that's done, we're going to start putting the chicken in, okay? Just grab the chicken, stick it in there. Okay, and it'll start cooking. Now, you will have leftover sauce. When we get done with this, you'll have this leftover sauce, and you'll add the vegetables to it. Okay, now cook the chicken up. You don't want to get salmonella or any other kind of things. There's a lot of chicken in here. Okay, so we're going to put the chicken all in there. There we go. I'm making a mess. I'm pretty good at making a mess. I kind of got this all together in a short amount of time. Just so you know, I mean, people should know that. I mean, this takes time to get the work together, and I had to do my breaks today. So I was pretty happy with myself. I was like, look at everything I got done, and I did my breaks. And so, well, this is cooking. I hear my dog whining in there. He doesn't know I still have a piece of bologna. Okay, that dog isn't whining. Okay, so as you can see, we're putting the chicken in there. We're spreading it out because we want it to cook as fast as we can. Okay. I can't see the end of the pan. Hey, Brad, how's it going, bud? And Emil, how you doing? Is that Emil? Yeah, I'm right, Emil. Okay. The little dog came back in. She's like, any more treats? So you know that everything I make tonight, my fiance and I will be eating tonight. Nothing ever goes to waste because even if I don't eat it all, I got these two mooches here that will eat just about anything. Okay, so that's on and it's going to start cooking. There's a lot of chicken there because, well, my fiance likes leftovers. So with all this, it depends on how many you want to feed. This will healthily feed 4 people. Okay, unless you're my size and eat a lot. And then 2. Okay. Okay, now I got all the chicken in there. I hope this burner keeps coming on. That'd be great. If you have a gas stove, it works a lot better because this cooks so much faster. You can keep the heat on it. Oh, I got a little piece of chicken I don't have done there. Ooh, we don't want that in this stuff. Get in there. Okay, so we're getting close. That should only take about 5 minutes. You keep the sauce, leftover sauce, okay? Because what we're going to end up doing is we're going to take, after the chicken is done, then we're going to add the vegetables to the chicken and get them cooking a little bit, and then we'll add the sauce to the rest of them, and then we'll put it on top of the rice. So, as I was saying, I had to fix my van today. I had to go to a friend of mine. A friend of mine owns, I was at Lee Walker's today. Lee Walker's cool. There's my nephew, Nick. Cool airplanes, bro. Reminds me back in the day on the aircraft carrier. But I had to fix my car today. I had to go to Lee Walker's today. That was kind of cool. But the brakes are bad on my Uber van. For all y'all don't know, I drive Uber. So the brakes are bad. So I had to fix the brakes. So I head over to Fred's. I got to tell you, I love going to Fred's. Fred's is used auto parts. He has a junkyard, whatever you want to call it, a salvage yard. And I mean, everything's, it's nice. He's now a U-Pull. So, no, he doesn't pay for advertising, but he does a U-Pull thing. It's over on Johnson Road. And I go back to the pull it. Well, every time I need to get a part, no matter what junkyard I go to, scrap yard, salvage yard, auto parts, used, my van or what I need a part for is on the other end of the scrap yard. Never fails. So I get my workout. Okay, vegetables are done. I'm going to recap real quick for people that weren't here. I got a head of broccoli. I got a pepper. I got about a cup of carrots, all sliced like like French fries, kind of. I got water chestnuts, like 1 can of water chestnut. Got onions sliced the same way, all in the vegetables. You put them in some oil. I use olive oil just because it sounds good. Use regular oil. Now, if you really want a nice kick to it, use sesame seed oil, sesame oil. Sesame, not sesame seed, sesame oil, like open sesame. Okay? That's how you make the vegetables. You just cook them, and then we leave them sit because the chicken's cooking. We want the chicken to cook all the way. I know my burner's terrible. It's up all the way. I'm working on it. Okay, so when you cook it, like I said, and then while your vegetables are cooking, while you start that, then you make this sauce. Okay, the sauce is a cup of soy sauce, 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar. What? Yes, brown sugar. A tablespoon of garlic powder. I keep having to look at that. I use this like every day. A tablespoon of ginger, ground ginger. You think I'd have to look at that one. And 1.5 tablespoons of cornstarch. Now, as you notice, none of this is all like real expensive stuff. I'm gonna take my hat off because I'm sweating to death. Anyhow, and none of this is like expensive. I like trying to keep it inexpensive for everybody to be able to make. You can make a nice family meal out of this. Okay, so I know we're getting on the time, but I apologize. But you know, the chicken's not cooperating as well as it should. But and you need your chicken to be all cooked. Now, some of you may want to go and all. Now, what I will be doing next is the chicken is cooking. Once that's cooked pretty much thoroughly, because you can actually will cook longer when you put the vegetables in it. Okay, so that's all cooking. Now, once you put the chicken in the sauce that you've made, as you can see, it's a nice brown sauce. You like to let it sit, like I told everybody else. You like to let it sit about, I don't know. Well, I'm sorry. You want to let the chicken sit at about 15 minutes. I would say minimum 15 minutes. We were able to do that because the vegetables were cooking. Okay, so the vegetables are cooked. The chicken is actually, I don't know if you can see that. Yum, yum. Look at me making a mess over here. So once you get the chicken cooked, hopefully y'all have a better stove than I do, but I can only use the cooktop for now. And we're gonna let that cook. And this could help you skip ahead if you don't want to watch to the end, because I don't blame you. Once the chicken is cooked, you make sure it's cooked good. Then you're going to add the vegetables to it and warm up all the vegetables, warm up the chicken with the vegetables again. You'll add the rest of the sauce to it and then cook it with the rest of the sauce. Then you can serve it over. You can see, like I said, you can serve it over minute rice. I got the minute rice right here, which takes 5 minutes to make. Like I said earlier, that is not minute rice. They lie. Okay, so let's see how our chicken is doing. I'm going to try to hope I wish I could speed it up, but I'm not working with my oven or our actual stove. I'm working with this other one here. You know what I'm going to do? Watch this. I'm going to heat this one up. And once that gets warm, I can switch it back and forth to whatever one's on. Because it's electric, so you know it shuts off. When it gets hot, it shuts off. Oh, we got M&Ms. Y'all get yourself some M&Ms and M&M peanuts. They'll be on sale 50% off. What's left over from the Easter candy on Monday. These are from Valentine's Day. So, okay. Our chicken is cooking. The burner's on again. Now I am going to mix up the chicken a little bit. Let's see how we're doing. As you can see, it is starting to cook good. Thank you. Okay. You want to mix it up. You want to get it cooked thoroughly. Now, again, if you don't want to wait around to the end, and I can't say that I blame you. It's hard to tell sometimes that, is that really cooked? Yeah, it's really cooking. It's just brown from the sauce. If you don't want to wait around to the end, then once that chicken is cooked, you add the vegetable. I can sing again. You add the vegetables to the chicken. You let it simmer. You let it cook. Once it's mixed up and cooked, you do that, and then we'll add the rest of the sauce into it. Put it on some rice, and voila. Now, again, I like to reiterate, it's been growing crazy. Um, I started this show, and I think my best friend Doug and his wife were two of the only ones watching. My fiance, I think I had like 6 other people. Well, I was driving my Uber the other night, a couple weeks ago, and some college girls were getting in to go to the bar. And this girl gets in the front seat and she goes, "Your taste of Terry." I go, "Well, I'm Terry, you know." And she goes, "Oh my God, your taste of Terry." I'm like, wow, not like I'm Gordon Ramsay or anything. So a couple of girls get in, and another girl gets in the back seat about the same time. Oops, I just kicked my dog. And she says, "You're our taste of Terry." And they wanted to get selfish with me. Is that like the coolest thing or what? It's it's like I do this little show. I have fun doing it. I enjoy doing it, and I get to maybe show you people how to cook something that I like to cook. And trust me, next week it won't be so much talking. I'll have something else. This is like a good Easter dish. It's got chicken in it. So I was recognized and have 2 fans. But this is like, is that heating up a little better? No. But this is like an Easter dish. And you might ask, well, why is that an Easter dish? Well, don't chicken legs eggs, and you need to have Easter eggs in order for it to be Easter, right? That's bad, right? Like that had nothing to do with it. Okay, the chicken is cooking. It don't look like it's cooking, but it actually is. We're getting close to the end, people. Bear with me. Sorry, my burner's terrible. So anybody watch last week? We did meatball sandwiches. I don't tell people what I'm going to make. You tune in, you watch, you see what I'm going to make. We have a little fun. Okay, I know I talk too much, but what else am I going to do? I'm waiting for the chicken. So I'm figuring about 3 more minutes on the chicken. The good news is, if you have two, this would not take nearly this long. You would be talking about 20 minutes, half hour max, because on your stove, you can use both burners. On this thing, I can't use that little burner in this pan. And because of the amount of vegetables, it just won't work. So everybody's still awake there? Raise your hand. Who's alive? Oh, okay. So any questions? I know I'm babbling a lot, but I just don't want y'all to be bored. I might be making it worse. So while the chicken's cooking, vegetables are done, and let's see how I don't like cooked carrots, but that is beautiful. That was a beautiful carrot. Have you had to have beautiful carrot before? Well, that was a beautiful carrot. And if my mom's watching, she's sitting back going, "How many times did I tell you not to talk with your mouth full?" Well, my mouth wasn't full. I don't have a carrot, so I'm golden. Hey, we still might make it and plate it before it gets to 7:15. We could do it. Oh my Lord, does that smell good? And one way to tell, in a way, and it's not the only way, but one way I can tell if the chicken is actually cooking and how well it looks. When you first put the chicken in, it's kind of like a squid, It's all kind of like wobbly and mushy, but these are firm. They're not like squids. So what we'll do is I'm gonna let it cook for about 3 more minutes. Now, anybody, if you like and share this, it'd be awesome. Tell your friends. Like I said, I don't make no money doing this. This is a blast. Okay, so, and all my Battle Pirate friends are out there. We got our own little family. So there's a game called Battle Pirates. We're like the baddest ones. We are. We have our own alliance, and it's like a baddest one. So there's a piece of chicken. I'm going to set that piece of chicken there, and we are going to cut this piece of chicken. And we're going to see what it looks like. So good. Look at that. The chicken is white inside. Yay! we'll stick that in there. One for taste good. Now, one time I was doing this, somebody actually said, "Do you actually eat it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I eat it." So, just so you know, I ate a piece. Okay, the chicken is done. The chicken has landed. Now, we're going to take all these vegetables. We're going to stick them in the pan with the chicken. Hey, we're on the downhill run, people. Downhill. We're getting there. You ever wonder why that one last onion just will not come out of there? Let me move my hat. Okay. Now, mix this in with the chicken. Okay. Oh, does that look lovely? Delish. I can't claim the delish thing for my own. I used to listen to a radio station in Rochester with Brother Weeze, and he used to say delish all the time. Yeah, I'm going to put on both burners so it heats up faster. Okay, now that's all mixed up. See how that look? Can y'all see? Yeah, y'all can see that. And okay, don't tease me about the y'all thing either. I get it. Okay. Now that the other burner's on it, it's actually cooking better. I got to be cross between it. I'll never be able to touch the handle again. Okay, so I'm going to let these simmer for a couple of minutes here. We're cooking. Okay. Now, how does that look? Tell me, seriously. Now, you got that on there. We're going to heat it up for a couple of minutes. Mix up our sauce again. So, you know, I'd love to try to speed this up for y'all, but if I do that, it won't come out right. You want the chicken cooked all the way. Now, I know I recapped already. I got to wait for this to warm up. Tablespoon of garlic powder, tablespoon of ground ginger, 1/3 cup of brown sugar, oils for the pan for the vegetables, 1 cup of soy sauce, 1.5 tablespoons of cornstarch. Put that all in a bowl together. Mix her up. Okay. Slice your chicken into little slices, stick it in a bowl, mix it up. Set it aside for about 15 minutes. I did 15 minutes, maybe 20. You can do it for more to give you better flavor. Did I say the 1/3 cup of brown sugar? 1/3 cup of brown sugar goes in that also. Then have your vegetables. We have broccoli. We have water chestnuts. We have carrots. I already cooked the rice. Let's see, water chestnuts, carrots, onions, broccoli, peppers, and that's your vegetables. You cook them first. After you get that done, cook them. And I used olive oil and let them get tender, just so they're tender. You don't want them like fried. You want them tender. Okay? Even though it says stir fry. Okay, now these have warmed up again. And they are smelling and looking just absolutely awesome. I'm going to put this on a plate for us in a second. So, okay. Now this is warmed up. Make sure this is mixed. We will dump the rest of the sauce in the vegetables. I know you're thinking, what? Is he crazy? No. So, got my little spatula here. I'm going to take there's a couple little pieces of chicken down there. You don't want them in there if they're not cooked. Okay. Now I'll put that in there. I know this is running over, but I said it was going to be about, hey, Joe, how are you? See who I missed, say Joe. Hi, Freeman, Scotty, and Michael. Some other people joined us. Okay. Now that you add the sauce to it, you mix it up. You don't want to let this simmer a little bit longer if you can. And it'll thicken up a little bit, like I said, because the cornstarch is in there. Okay? But just for our own little thing here today, just so we get to see it. Come on, tell me that don't look great. Like I said, chickens lay eggs. And you need Easter eggs, so this is a great pre-Easter dinner thing. Okay, so now that I did that, I am taking these bowls and setting them aside out of the way. I will take this bowl and set it out of the way. I'm going to grab a plate that has powder on it. we are going to add the rice. Woohoo! We're getting done. Y'all don't have to listen to my boring butt anymore. Minute rice. That takes 5 minutes. But anyhow, stick some on a plate. Oh, doesn't that look good? Okay, it's just rice. Who am I talking about? You ever see those shows? So, doesn't that look good? It's like, it's rice. And there go the dogs. Sounds like a four-wheeler went by. Okay, now we got that. That's plate there. We got this all mixed up. We got the sauce ready to go. I'll move it back over to here because that burner's on again. And I know I'm taking forever. We're going to take a little couple scoops of this. Ooh, that's the big boy bark. Let's put some of this. Puppy! I call him Puppy. I used to call my other dog my baby Bowie because she's 151 pounds. Okay, we're going to throw some sauce and broccoli on there. As you can see, the broccoli's not all shriveled up and nasty. Okay, there we go. We got that on the plate. And there's my rockin' chicken stir fry. Now, y'all, hi, Courtney. Hey, Joe, how are you, bro? Now, y'all can watch this over again because I always leave them on my Facebook page. Okay? But let me cover this up again. And the last thing I do is I bring in my executive chefs. Where are you guys? Bobby. So I wait till I'm done most of the part because you don't want dog hair in your food. Come here, baby. No, you're not getting a big one. Come over here. Come on. Up, 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 up. Come on, come up and get it. Come here, come get it. Jump, jump. She's afraid to jump up. Can y'all see her? Oh, you can see her. Good. Paulo. Paulo. He's not listening to me. I guess he don't get nothing. Apollo. I don't hear his big feet coming. Oh, wait a minute. I knew he'd come any minute now. Come here, Bob. Over here. And that is my boy Apollo. There you go. Chicken stir fry. Sorry it took so long. Y'all that missed the beginning of it or missed the whole thing, please watch it again. Tell your friends. Like I said, I do this for free. It's just for fun. And I like making these. So with that, sorry it took so long. It's 19 after. I said 7:15. But the cooking is the thing. Once you eat this, you're going to say it was worth the wait. Okay? Next week, 6:30, Thursday p.m., we will have another live Taste of Terry. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope to see you next week. Y'all have a good night. And my YouTube people. Anybody did watch, thanks for watching. It doesn't really tell me if somebody watched. But, oh, yeah, hi. Pedro, nice to see you. So, my first live, like I said, with YouTube. Good to see some people show it. Y'all have a good night, too. See you next week, 6:30.